What's up, pet people? My name's Lexia and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of today's video, we are going to be talking about a very fun topic that I can't wait to share with you. And just to give a little heads up of the new furry critter that I'm going to be showing today, its name is Shelob. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, you probably know where this is going. Let's get into the video. Okay guys, so getting right into today's video, if you didn't guess it based on the name drop I gave you, I'm going to give you another little hint. Shelob is the name of the giant spider in the Lord of the Rings series. Moving forward from that, yes, we do realize we name most of our pets on character names or book character names, TV show, anything like that. We do know most of our pets are character names. Here's my mass amounts of examples right here. It's just something that we love to do. Anyway, Shelob is a Chilean Rose Hair Tarantula that we were gifted by a friend, and she is an 11-year-old Chilean Rose Hair Tarantula. I bring that up because if you know anything about them, or if you don't, Chilean Rose Hair Tarantulas, female specifically, can live up to 20 years old, so she's about halfway through her life, which means she will be spending the other half of her life with us. The reason that the title says what it says today is because I actually have a fear of spiders. I'm getting over it though, clearly. I'm getting over it. She and I are, this is about as close as we're ever going to get. Her enclosure is literally right here. Like, that's her enclosure. I was going to put it in front of me so that you guys could see her enclosure, see the setup, maybe see her poking out. However, I did not realize how tall her enclosure was, and if it were in front of me, you would not be able to see me at all, and you would just see the reflection from the ring light. So whenever I do a very brief care portion of the video, I'm going to show you the setup on a separate little video clip that I'll insert, but I'm not going to be putting her in front of me. As I kind of just mentioned, I am very afraid of spiders. I've learned to respect them from a distance. As I said, this is about as close as I really would like to get with her. She is going to be under my husband's care primarily. If needed, I would put aside my fears to clean out the enclosure or to feed her. I have thrown a roach in there for her to eat, so I have interacted with her. I have put more water in her bowl for her. I just personally will not be holding her or will not be taking her out of the enclosure to do the deep cleaning of the enclosures. That's just something I personally do not feel comfortable with. It is a very, not deep-rooted, but it's a fear that I gained as a child. I feel like due to the fact that my mom is also very, very, very afraid of spiders, I feel like that was kind of something I picked up on growing up, and I'm getting better with it. I'm getting a lot better. Again, I can have her right here. I don't cry whenever I see them anymore, so we're doing a lot better, but she probably won't be on the channel much more than today, or if I have a video of my husband redoing the enclosure, that would be whenever I do it. I just personally will not be holding her, and I wanted to make that very clear. So going into Shelob's backstory just a little bit, as I said, she was gifted to us by a friend. Our friend works at a reptile shop in the area, and Shelob was being surrendered to the shop due to a living situation that would eventually not turn out well. So the person who owned Shelob before us was an older woman who felt like Shelob was going to outlive her and did not want the family members to be burdened or left with Shelob, or for Shelob to be neglected and not cared for, because she knew the family members were not a fan of her. So my friend, being a wonderful friend that he is, knew that my husband wanted to get into invert care and more specifically was interested in tarantulas, so he thought that we would be a good fit. Now, he does know I'm not a huge fan of spiders, as I kind of mentioned earlier, but he knew that my husband was, and he also knew that because I love my husband so much, I would have said yes. So we now have the tarantula, and again, we don't really get much closer than this. This is my husband's thing, so it's all okay with me. I am open to this new experience, and who knows, maybe one day I will end up liking her and being able to care for her more than I do now. Another reason that I am so okay with Shelob being a part of our lives is the fact that Chilean Rose Hair Tarantula care is really simple. I was unaware of how simple tarantula care is or can be. It depends on the species, and again, I've really only looked up Chilean Rose Hair Tarantula care. But in terms of basic care guides and what they need, it's really easy to achieve. So Chilean rose hairs can have between a 5 and 10 gallon enclosure. We currently have Shelob in a 10-gallon enclosure, and she seems to be doing really well with it. I haven't noticed any issues. Then again, neither has my husband or the friend who comes over and checks on her as well. There have been no issues from what I can tell. But either a 5 or a 10-gallon enclosure, and then they don't need supplemental light and they don't need supplemental heat. So Chilean rose hairs can deal with between a 70 and 75 degree temperature range, which I feel like is the average temperature for most households. I know we like to keep our living room a little colder, but she is not housed in the living room. She's kept in our bedroom, and we do keep the bedroom window open most of the time to let fresh air in. And the temperatures outside, we're in Southern California, it gets pretty warm in there, but it doesn't get over 75, so I feel like she's enjoying her time in there. As I mentioned, they do not need any supplemental lighting or heating. The main things that a tarantula needs are some hides and a shallow water dish to ensure that they have access to water at all times. Now, there are supposed to be 2 hides. You can do more, but at least you need 1 hide that is a little bit more humid and 1 hide that is a little bit more dry. I'm not talking completely like drenched in wet sphagnum moss or anything like that, but you do need to have a little bit higher humidity on one side just in case they need help whenever it comes to molting. Overall, they're incredibly easy to care for from everything I can tell, and feeding them is also easy. Shelob eats roaches, and it's the same dubias that we feed to Boomy and Smog and Sir Robin. Whenever we have some available, we make sure that we give them all to these guys, but also they're very good for her as well. So yeah, like I said, super easy to care for, and that's our new pet. Okay, so you can kind of see her toes sticking out right there. As I said, I'm going to do a quick little tour of her enclosure. There's not a lot to it. As I mentioned, it's a shallow water dish over in that corner. We have one of her hides right here. This one's kind of a tunnel that goes down into the back corner so we can see her when she's down there. And then this one is just a flat cork bark that kind of goes to like right there-ish. Kind of right there-ish, and it has like a little hole in it. I would show from the side. I just tried that, but the reflection is atrocious. So yeah, here's her little setup that we have. Alright guys, thank you for making it to the end of today's video. Once again, I know it was a very short video, but I just wanted to introduce you to Shelob, even though I'm not going to be her primary caretaker and she's going to be more of my husband's pet. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that we have her and to go ahead and finally show off one of our newer pets, since I have not been doing the best job of keeping up with that lately. Anyway, I really hope that you liked today's video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed, please feel free to do so you can stay updated on all of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye! What's up, pet people? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from Iroh. I'm trying to film. Can you please go? Iroh. As you can see from the title of today's video, we are going to be talking about say hi for the camera. Okay, can you please go? After some, can you please go? There. Great.